Hello, everyone. Good evening to everyone. We're live. We're live now. Just a quick second. We're gonna be waiting for people to um, just give some time for people to come live to just to see my notification right now. And I hope everyone is doing well. Um, I hope everyone has had a great start of the year. And let's go with it. Yeah, so welcoming and be healthy with trainer Orlando. Okay, today we're gonna be talking about the subject is the relation between your training and quality of sleep. Sometimes if you like sleeping, I'll be sleeping very, 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 very soon. But the thing is, but here at the same time, here you understand how you can get more strength and mobility in your force, even if you have no fitness lodge knowledge at all. So, yeah, that's the idea today. The idea today is the subject. The subject we're going to be talking about the relation between training and quality of sleep. So I'll be asking you at the end how you deal with this, and I'll be talking about how I deal with it, and also how my clients they deal with this kind of problem when you don't sleep well, and the next day you have to come to work, you have to do your training. What happens? But there is a good relation between your training, yeah, your training, and let's say lack of sleep, yeah. So um, you see, if you don't sleep well, that is going for 100% sure will interfere with your training. Yeah, your strength, your mobility in training. So here I'll be explaining what happens to me and what happens to some clients, because I have had clients with problems, and they have told me, "Hey, coach, I'm not feeling well today. I didn't sleep well, but this is my job to make them deliver there, yeah, perform well." Um, what happens? What I can say is, what happens to me sometimes. Sometimes I have a broken sleep, and I just don't feel great at work. I feel um, it's missing something because the night before I didn't have enough hours of sleep. I usually I try to sleep for 7.5 to 8 hours, because my day is sometimes long and really interferes with my work and training, especially training. That's why I'd like to make this kind of relation between one and another. Um, how does it interfere me myself? Yeah. So suppose, let's say if I slept for 6 hours. For some people, they might say, "This is enough for me." Other people would say, "Oh, that's not." But for me, for myself, I know how it works in my body. I need to sleep at least 7.5 to 8 hours to have a great day at work and also in training, because I know when I sleep well, I will perform well in training. I can lift weights. So, what happens to me if I don't sleep well? Um, I will still be lifting weights because I know myself well, um, but I will struggle a bit. Probably, I won't be lifting as heavy as, but I will still do my training because I've got the drive for it. Doesn't matter what. Even if I slept for 3 hours and I told myself tomorrow you're gonna do it, I will do it. My training, but I mean my performance you won't be that great. That I think that can happen to anyone if you don't sleep well, and many things happen. So what I do is I try to drink a lot of water. Yeah, hydrate myself in training. um, I do more like resting times, because then you've got more time to recover, and probably my training will take longer than an hour because I have to rest more to recover for the next lift. That's how I see it. Yeah, that's how it works for me. But for me, it's important I sleep for 7.5 hours to 8 hours. I've always been like that in my life, and I, I will explain later in this life how I do to structure this. Yeah, maybe some tips for you if you're not sleeping. If you might think 6 hours is good for you, but I just don't agree with this. I think you should be sleeping a little bit more uh, for everything, yeah, life, work, and so on. So, so I get talking about clients. Sometimes I get clients, they come to me and say, "Hi, trainer, I'm not feeling that great today. I don't think I slept well last night. I, but what I have to do as a trainer is okay, I have to make sure they do the training. Yeah, as a trainer, I have to keep pushing. That's the idea. Keep pushing because probably um, they'll be sweating a lot, but um, when they finish the training, they will sleep well for sure, and they probably will go to bed earlier than the usual time. So yeah, that's how sometimes they report to me because well, some they have like kids and because of the kids they couldn't sleep well because the kids they came into the room and then so they had kind of broken sleep not that long the way they want to have it um so so that's my job to make them perform well in training uh but again so you have to listen to your client, you have to um give more resting times and make sure they deliver, they do their job. So again, coming back to me, if that's happened to me with my sleep, I make sure I um again I try to do less fewer sets, probably fewer reps, and trying to lift the same as I usually do, and sometimes I drop a little bit because believe it or not, you will feel if like as usually I have a long day and when I have to fit my training into my work, it's all like everything in a hurry. So you get more tired with all that thing, that commotion. But I think the way I see it, the time I've been doing training people and training myself, it's important you have enough resting times. Yeah, you prolong a little bit more your resting times and you recover for your next lift. But it's the thing is like it's your drive. You need like if you've got the drive for training, you're gonna get there for sure. You know that's how I do it. Uh, talking about clients. If you get your clients a little bit tired, your client's tired, what do? Um, you have to well, you have to have that kind of rapport with your client. If you, I don't think my client will be able to lift it, the same amount he or she used to doing. So you have sometimes to decrease a little bit. You decrease a little bit the load. Don't do as much as, yeah, and keep observing the way they are doing because when when they are tired, sometimes the technique is not there because the brain is not functioning. It is functioning, if you know what I mean, but because you're tired, you're lifting weights, you're doing exercise, so you're far away, yeah, you're not there, if you know what I mean. So that's my job to make sure the technique is there to say I fix here, I fix there, okay. And another thing is so again you have to decrease the sets, decrease the reps, and uh, make sure always like give them come on, you can do it, you can lift one more, and then comes the resting time. That's when they recover for next set, okay. So basically, that's where happened. I've told my sort of story and some of the clients how they report to me when they are tired, and that basically happens to everyone. But again, uh, I think you have to make sure, like for example, tomorrow, I'm training someone I can see here. She's watching me now, and we have a session tomorrow, 6:30 in the morning. So what time do I have to be? As I've mentioned before, I have to be in bed 9:30, at least 9:30. So I have to sleep well. So that's why I won't be doing a long live. That this live will be going for well, let's say half an hour, something like that. Just something I just want to speak to you today. This relation about training and quality of sleep. But so tomorrow I'm a bit kind of waking up 5:10 in the morning. So if I sleep for 7.5 hours, I'll be fine. I'll be fine for tomorrow. But if I sleep for six and a half, okay. But it's not me. It's not me. I need let's say seven and a half. 7.5 is ideal for me because I will be I'll be awake. I'll be alert. If I sleep for 6 hours, hey, they're gonna say, Orlando, wake up. Okay, I don't want that. I don't need that. So I'm the one to push my clients. Um, yeah, that's me. I've got the drive to do it. Um, so another point I'd like to talk about it here is um, how do you can ask me, but I sleep for about 5.5, 6 hours. How do I do it? How do I get into this kind of habit? I think um, at the end of the day, you have to understand how you structure your day. You have to know how to plan your day. I try always to plan my day. I know what time I'm gonna wake up, what time my training will be, and I know what time I'll be going to bed. Because if you don't have this kind of structure, you have to structure your day. Uh, you'll be going to bed like always at different times, and then I don't know what time you have to wake up tomorrow, but if you go to bed like midnight and you have to wake up at 6, so you calculate 6 hours of sleep, it's not enough for your day. I don't think that's enough for having a long day, and especially if you have to do training, because you be lifting weights, you be burning calories, getting stronger, getting more strength, more mobility. And another thing is, and if you are in the 40s and beyond, like me, well, I'm more than, and I've passed the 40s already, into 50s, end of the 50s. But that's another thing to talk later. Um, so that's a way I see. That's how you have to build up there. You have to make sure you understand how you structure your day to be okay for next day. Yeah. Um, Again, we I've mentioned before. If you don't sleep well, what happens to you? What happens to you in the long and short run? Yeah. Probably you can tell me what happens in the short term. Yeah. In training, uh, uh, your perform will drop for sure. Yeah, in training, lack of motivation. Yeah, because you last night you slept for 5 hours, 6 hours, I don't know, 5.5 hours. Yeah, if I'm pushing you, you didn't sleep well the night before, your performance won't be the same. But again, it's down to me, my job to push you. But hey, you're a human being, so you're gonna be suffering. I can see there is someone saying I prioritize 7.5 hours of sleep, a training session. Okay, the following day. That's if I can read it. That's good. That's good, Denise. Yeah, 7.5. You and I. Yeah, I know. I did the same. Yeah, that's very good for you, because if you slept for 6 hours, I think tomorrow it'd be tougher for you. Believe me. I'm gonna push you. So Yeah, 7.5 is it's very good. It's very good. So, and another thing is in the, your gains, will drop too, because if you cannot perform well, yeah, and lack of motivation, no gains. Well, minimum your gains, yeah. But what happens in the longer run? In the longer run, uh, you start to procrastinate to do workout, because you know you're not sleeping well, and then you've got the things in your head, and then you're getting tired, and you might stop your membership. You might stop doing training. That could have happened, yeah, because of just not being able to sleep well, and that's going to affect you at work, your performance at work, yeah. And also, talking about long run health problems, think about it. You might not think now, oh, that will affect my health. Yes, it will indeed. Yeah, in the long run. We're not talking about tomorrow, in 3 months, but let's talk about 1 year, 2, 3 years. Things can happen. You can mess up you with your cholesterol, your diabetes, because of your sleep. You're not sleeping well because you're building up stress. Yeah, increase the stress, um, and that will affect your entire life. Let's put it this way, because the stress kills. So yeah, so you have to see how you can manage these things. How will um, you make sure you understand how to structure your day to sleep well, to sleep enough hours. You don't need to sleep for 8 hours. Some people like it. I used to, back in the days. Yeah, I used to have more time. Back then, me, 7, 7-ish, 7.5. Yeah, I'm happy. But weekends I sleep more because I try to recover. Yeah, to sleep more. So I do like 8.5. But if I stay in bed too long, I don't like. I don't like, because I'm an early bird. I like waking up early. Um, it's if like if you ask me, um, how how do I see how people go wrong with their sleep patterns? It's because they again they don't say, look, I'm gonna go to bed like at this time because tomorrow I have to go to work, and then I'm gonna go for training. Yeah, I'm gonna meet up with some mates and do my training. And another thing that happens is, because nowadays people are on social media. I'm not saying you don't need to stay, because I do it, because I'm right now. I'm right now here on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook all together, the three ones, the three platforms. So I'm streaming. Um, yes, you have to make sure you have to know when to stop. Yeah, if you're using your all the time Facebook, Instagram, and sometimes you just don't realize, and when you see, wow, it's 11, it's 11 in the evening, and I have to do training tomorrow. Wow, I'll be sleeping for how many hours? That's not good. So you're gonna be suffering tomorrow. So another thing is, um, okay, I'm talking about myself. It happens to me because I like football, and I like watching a good match. And sometimes we have like a Champions League, let's put it this way, or Premiership. If that goes into like 10 o'clock, whatever, and I'm always like that. I'm always looking at the watch. Well, that's, oh my God, I'm gonna suffer tomorrow, because I know I'll be suffering. I'll be suffering because it's always in there. I keep thinking, oh, I'll be sleeping for 6 hours, 6.5, and tomorrow's gonna be a long day. I don't know how many sessions I've got tomorrow, but it's gonna be, so it doesn't help it. That happens to me. So, but I know how I can kind of control myself. I don't do that often, just when you have like something good to watch. Okay, I have to do it sometimes, but not all the time. So I don't fall into the habit of doing always the same. Another thing is when you chatting to a friend on the phone, or what's happening or whatever you're doing, and then you can go into late again, yeah, and you go and sleep, you go to bed late, and that's again might not help you. Okay, I'm not saying to you to do the way I do it, but it's only like some tips, because if you, because what we're talking about here is your training, yeah, in relation with your the quality of sleep. So how you can you know make it both work for you. So I'm kind of telling you the way I do it. Okay. And we all know it's difficult to do it, to go into different habits, but if you want to make that happen, uh, you have to make an effort. If you make an effort, things will happen. Okay. If you don't want, it's like in training. If you want to lose body fat, if you want to get more strength, more mobility, what you have to do it. You have to go for it. You have to push for it. You know, you have to be dedicated. You have to make sure about your diet. Like me, do I have a super diet? I don't have a super diet. I've never had it. I don't count calories. I never liked count calories. Well, some people need to do it. I don't need it because I don't like that. But I know what I need to eat. Or I know what's good for my body, what's not good for my body. And I should know looking at my age now. But anyway, um, but I know how much I should drink. Okay. I try to avoid alcohol in the week, and I do it. I go more like on the weekend. Yeah, but I never go over the board, and I know how to drink, and I keep just sipping. I don't go like that. So it's like understanding the whole scenario, right? Another thing here is let me just um, yeah, talking about not going late to bed, um, to to be able to be to feel good for next day, and to do your training well, and also to perform at work better. Okay. um Let me just see one of the questions here someone asked me. Yeah, yeah, it does. Another thing is, um, when you're not getting enough sleep, that can extend into different areas in your life. Like, for example, if uh, you can get you can have more anxiety. Yeah, uh, you can get more stress at work because of sometimes of your sleep. You didn't sleep well the night before, or sometimes if you have children, and you don't feel like you don't feel like playing with your children because of this stress, because that's it is a lack of sleep. You don't wanna, you just don't don't you don't want to do it, you don't, because you don't feel motivated. Yeah. And also affects your mood, because it affects my mood. Well, I know when I don't sleep well, i I understand, I know myself. It affects my mood because I speak a bit a little less. I stay more in the corner. I don't talk because I'm tired. So you just want that day to finish and go home and sleep a bit longer. So yeah, another thing that can affect is like you stop doing your errands things. You need to do it because your brain's not there. You're so tired. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing my errands. So again, overall, I think will affect your training a lot. Yeah, because when I train clients and they are tired, when I keep pushing, sometimes I have to slow down a little bit because they won't take it. They won't take it because it's hard. Yeah, it's even that would happen to me if someone were to train me. Yeah, to push me, and me not having a good night of sleep. I would suffer when someone would push me. I'd say, calm down. I didn't sleep well last night. And then um, probably your coach would ask you why you didn't sleep well. Like I ask my clients, why you didn't sleep well last night? What happened? Oh, because I went out. I went out with the friends and I went out, had some drinks and came back home late. It is tough, especially when you in the week you mix alcohol with your training. Won't help your diet because if you want to get there, you want to lose fat, you want to get more strength, more mobility, that will affect your training. So it's going to be harder. So everything in training, in life, let's put it this way, especially in training, is dedication. If you want to get there, yeah, um, get the gains, as we say, the gains, you need to understand how you have to understand how to make it together. So um, it's hard for me because like me, like my age, I when I say to people my age, they don't believe me. uh, but I usually train 5 times a week. Yeah, usually I make time for my training. It's tough for me. It's not my age, it's because of my job, it's because of the time I wake up. And I still do, I pull off like five workouts a week. And I love training because that keeps me um, kind of young, young at heart. Um, so my age is not a problem for myself. I feel good. So the same, you should think like probably you're not as old as me, but I'm telling you because I've always slept well, and now um, let's put it as I've mentioned before. In the long term, I'm here, look, feeling good. Of course, we all have stresses, but I'm always ready for training. I feel healthy, thanks God. And that's where you have to think because also my diet, um, my diet is not a super diet, it's a good diet, but nothing special. It's because I know I know the things I eat. So that's why I can keep a good diet and I do good lifts. That's it. It helps me. So you can also if you want to ask me questions. I saw when uh, Denise just wrote in the chat that she sleeps 7.5 hours. That's great because she knows if when I train her and she says to me, I didn't sleep well. I say why? I'm always asking why you didn't sleep, why you didn't go to bed before. You're gonna be feeling more tired for your training, and as she knows, or my clients know, I push in training. That's my that's my job, and I want to make sure they leave the gym with that. Oh, I feel great. Although I'm tired and didn't sleep well, I did a great session with Orlando. Okay, so that's my main job to make my clients achieve their own goals. And I know some of them um, they're they're getting there, and that's the idea to make all of them get there. Yeah. So my question: would you do you have any trouble sleeping? Um, do you sleep well, or do you go to sleep and do you keep thinking about work, and because of that you cannot sleep, or something else? Because you know that will compromise your day next day, your training, especially we talk about your training here. Yeah, that will affect your training, your strength and your mobility in training, and you don't want that to happen. Excuse me, um, um, especially when you have to lift weights because um, some people say it's not that pleasant to lift weights. Yeah, cannot be, but again, in the long run, you're gonna get the results. Yeah, it's your health. Yeah, it's gaining more muscle mass. Yeah, um, get getting getting better body definition. Yeah, make sure you you don't get any health problems. No one is immune, but anything can happen. But if you if you lift weights, if you do training, if you do exercises, it makes your life a little bit easier, especially if something happens, because you're gonna be stronger to fight it off. Okay, so let's think this way. So if you could tell me, and of you, um, if do you have any sort of trouble sleeping? Do you are you organized with, oh, I have to go to bed at this time? Because if I go later than that, next day you'll be tougher for myself. I know I'm telling you, uh, more or less 9:30, I have to be in bed. Yeah. When I finish this live, I'm gonna eat something light. Yeah, because I cannot go like a bloated to bed because it won't help in my sleep. But I when I wake up 5:10 in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, yeah, having my 2 coffees without sugar and go for it. So if you have any questions, or if you have anything to say, just say it. Or I'm gonna leave this live post on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, and you can tell me anything, and I get back to you. Denise, I know she's there. She's still there. You can tell me tomorrow morning. Yeah, when I see you. We can talk about training tomorrow, about your sleep. What time? I'm sure you're gonna go to bed more or less 9:30, 10 o'clock. I know you have to wake up early, maybe a little bit later than I. But basically, that was the thing I would like to say tonight. Yeah, the relation between your training and how well you sleep. Yeah, your quality of sleep. If you, I believe you have like good quality of sleep. And basically, that's it for tonight. Please leave me some like comments if you wish. And God bless you, and see you tomorrow. Bye bye.